So today, I guess Colson and I are talking about our different projects and paths and trying to
hmm
see if we can work together and do some really amazing, beautiful things. Yeah. So I guess I don't know if you wanted to talk first, Colson, because you had some stuff to add, some new stuff. Um, so if you want to take it away first, or if you want me to, it's up to you.
yeah, I'll just delve into it real fast.
Yeah.
So the whole True Humanity prospect that I had been working on has now developed into a name change that I am considering called True Loka. Loka is Sanskrit for world, and I think it fits what I'm going to try to be saying with this project better. And it's also turned into a book of sorts. Um, it's for a lot of direction with a lot of things and very philosophical, but it could be taken even just as like a informative reading as well. So
Awesome.
it's pretty interesting to see the direction that it is going from what it was just a couple days ago.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. Is it still? Do you still have poems throughout it, or is it now actually like an informational like text?
These are actually going to be two separate entities now. I
Oh,
think I'm going to do the poems as a separate project, and I thought that that would be a better idea because it would better encapsulate what the poems are aiming for versus this, which is like after that. So I think to do
right,
both is just going to take up a lot more energy and time, but better output.
right, exactly. That's fantastic. That's really interesting because what like how We Are Human started was that was it was going to be a book, and it still may be. But for me to like personally, how I want to write this book someday is I need a lot of like research and information and like to talk about and to like give as examples. And so it's really interesting how like how yours developed into that and mine kind of developed out of it.
Yeah.
But still into like things that are very like informative. I feel like what we're doing is almost like, just like it's not new information, but like we're really showing the public how much we care about um what like this kind of information is, and like kindness and respect and how to
Yes.
treat people, basically, it's communication. So I think that's really amazing. And I like how we're doing two different things, so it's like there's just more variety for people to like look at,
Yeah.
so that's really cool. So yeah. But yeah, I haven't planned anything like concrete because I'm in my finals right now for school, and I'm like doing a bunch of stuff, and it's kind of taking up a lot of more of my energy than I'd like it to, which is okay because it's, that's part of one of my priorities in life. And so that's been really big for me, at least this week. So at some point this weekend, I'd like to work on We Are Human and maybe develop some different things. But for today, I think what I wanted to talk about was how we said we might be doing some sort of like thing together. I don't know if you're still interested in that, or maybe like some sort of discussion online, because that's like kind of what We Are Human is right now, is just this like online community of discussions. But I feel like they would be really amazing to have both of our things collide in like some sort of event, and to have people be introduced to like these different perspectives, so
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Being that, I kind of founded the whole True Loca concept, I guess I'm taking ownership of it because I'm kind of the one putting it down on paper. You
right,
know,
absolutely.
doing that, it's like I could come in and I can have regular conversation because I have to be able to represent what I write and represent myself. So I think that, like, even, yeah, like an online discussion would probably be something right up the alley for what I'm looking for.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, for me, like obviously my discussions already are kind of just me talking with people, and it's not so much involving anyone else. And so I think for like
Mhm.
the future, I'd like to work with other people and kind of have like I'll be like the mediator, and other people are kind of doing these things that I am talking about and passionate about, and like this type of communication. And so I think like bringing in your project and then your personal passion right now is like
Mhm.
maybe going to help people see a little bit more about that. And also like I mean, We Are Human is not this like big thing yet, so it would not be it wouldn't be a platform for you to like get
Yeah.
people because it's definitely in the beginning stages. But I think it'd be really cool to like to show how like different things can collide and work together. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that's cool. Yeah.
Like my primary output of material is poetry, and
Mhm.
that's actually something that I'd probably like to work with Providence Haven a lot to be able to get out, is because I can't get access to posting on my Instagram, which is where my poems are all located on, because I don't have a phone right now. I'm working out of a laptop. My phone got crushed by a forklift at work.
Lovely.
So I have to find a new way to post my poetry out there and have people see it again at some point.
Right. Right. That's very important to really like put yourself out there. I didn't realize how important that was until I started doing it. And for me, it's interesting because I love writing and I feel like I am a good writer, but I haven't like what I feel like in my life right now, I'm good at just talking and like getting the
Mhm.
shit I need to say out in that way. And
Yeah.
so yeah, on Facebook, you've seen all like my things. And I think I'm just going to start doing that with like mine's very much self care based. And I'm on this, healing journey right now, which is still
Mhm.
very important. But I'd like to use that space someday to talk about like my passions and opinions on things too, because I think everyone should be doing that, like we're all creators of some shape, way, and form,
Yes.
and I think it's so important to be able to share that with people. And it's scary because it's, our whole world is online and it's kind of like, there's stigmas about everything, basically, it's what it's saying.
Yeah.
But it's hard to put yourself out there, especially when you like I don't come from a family that does that. They're very like traditional and recluded in their own ways, and like I'm like, no, I want to do something. I want to create things. I
Mhm.
want to do something different. And so I think it's important if you're on that type of path to be able to pursue it because it's so beautiful, but
I agree.
yeah.
I agree in the concept that people should at least be voicing themselves. It's
Right.
kind of why it exists. As a human, you kind of are obliged to do that. It's kind of part of the whole thing. We're
Right.
supposed to be going on here, but too many people are quiet.
That's exactly. So was there anything specific you wanted to work on today, or um
Well,
is
setting up like an online discussion, as you said before, we could start
yeah.
doing something like that. We would just have to find something we would want to look into and talk
Mhm.
about, and then, you know, then come online and talk about it. So we
Right.
would just have to pick a subject. We could probably just have like anybody out of Haven, like just give us a random subject, and then we come together on it, and then bang,
Yeah. You know what I'm
discuss it.
thinking? Because we obviously have two different philosophies happening. Mine's kind of a philosophy, but like yours is, actually developing into like a real a thing. I wonder if there was a certain topic, how like we can apply our philosophies to that topic and explain how relevant like
Yeah.
that is to what we're doing. I think that would maybe help people understand like the whole motive and like why it's relevant and everything. And like that's kind of what I'm picturing. But do you have any other ideas?
No, I mean, like, that's kind of where I am, like, right in part of what I'm kind of looking to do, because it's the best thing that kind of makes sense for,
Right,
how different our things are right now. Mine
right,
being something that's getting reclusive and put into paper.
right. So no, that's awesome. So trying to brainstorm like what kind of things would be important to both of our like passion projects. So I'm thinking, okay, so I want to talk about how like communication is important to whatever we are doing, like the
Okay.
topic that we pick. So is there anything that like sparks your, mind about like something that has is really significant to communication as well as True Loka? Because I feel like they're so similar. But um
Well, I think that where the similarities come into is the personal values between the two things, and
right,
how they're both based on outward communication. With
Hmm.
True Loca, things are more focused on like Sonder. So we could talk about like, the differences in between
Yeah,
situations going on in other parts of the world or whatever.
right, right. Um, yeah, I was. I'm wondering if if this is like too much, but should we talk about the pandemic in a way? Is that like is that too much, or should we like kind of shy away from that because it's overwhelming right now? Or would it be a good way for people to learn how to deal with that well?
I think that that would be, pretty beneficial. It would also be at the same time though, jumping on the propaganda bandwagon and doing the video that everyone else has done. But I mean, I wouldn't be
Right.
against doing it because at the same time, people still aren't listening and people kind of still need to be like, hello, if you are going to talk louder, I am going to also talk louder, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, that's, I mean, unfortunately, yes, that's kind of all I think about these days. Um, so it's kind of just like the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah. So so would you want to set up a time like today to do that, with and everything?
well, I wouldn't be able to do like a thing today. I have like maybe 10 minutes left maximum. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we could probably do it like the day that we schedule could be this day every week.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean so set like a an actual time every week that we would
Well, I
do
mean,
that.
if that's something that you wanted to do, because that's what I thought that you were going for.
Yeah. No, that was definitely, I think I just was trying to brainstorm like the first one, but yes, that's
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we
Um
could do this like next week.
yeah.
Give us
I
time to prepare for it.
So next Thursday. I mean, I have nothing. Like I have nothing on Thursdays, but sometimes I'm gonna check my calendar. I don't know. Hold on. I'm just gonna go into like my calendar right now, but you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Oh yeah. So next Thursday at the 30th, if you want to
Hmm.
do that, I'm free all day. Yeah. So, would you want to do the same time again?
Yeah, 5:30 works for me.
Okay, I like 5:30. That's a good time of day, to prepare and to,
Yeah.
in case I'm deciding to do everything last minute, which I will try not to. But sometimes that's how life works. But
Yep.
yeah, okay. That's fantastic. So on Thursday, a week from today, 5:30, we'll be discussing the coronavirus and our different philosophies and how that they apply to that and like how we can work together to do that.
Absolutely.
I love that. I'm so excited. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about today?
Nope, I think I'm all good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. I mean I could stay and talk, but my battery's at 7%. So just in case it's not gonna die in like the next 5 minutes, but if it does, this is the warning. But yeah, so I think I'm all set. Um, yeah. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was quick. I know. Next week, we should set aside like you think an hour. I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like
Yeah, if
what I
we could work that
like.
out.
An hour is like a good amount of time to like really get something off of your chest and develop things and like yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm all set when you are. Yeah. So, or Jerison, Alex, are you still there? Oh, oh, awesome. Okay, so it looks like we're done, and I didn't know how to like end this because it was obviously this is like a working type of
Yeah.
call, and we haven't really tried this before. But is there anything else that we need? Okay, no, that's
Oh
good.
yeah, that's right. Like actually have an outro if we're going to be going for that. It's not just a work call too.
Right, I know. Okay,
Alrighty, so well that means I am going to head out. Goodbye, everybody. It was a pleasure, and I will create and build with you next time.
yes, thank you for listening. I can't wait to work and be present and be mindful and start making some changes. So, okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.